Hi everybody, it's me, Jenny, and I am back to attempt, and I do mean attempt, to do this tutorial for you with the candy dyes, or the candy shakers from the dye. Oh my dear God, that Nicole sent me. Oh my God, I'm having a very difficult time. It is pretty late already, and yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. So, to save a bunch of time, I cut out everything before the video, but I am going to explain everything and kind of walk us through it all. And I have a really, really cool, I think, very cool, awesome tip for you guys for whoever uses acetate. Yeah, super cheap. Believe it or not, found it at the dollar store, but we'll get into that. All right, so unfortunately, guys, it is too hard for me to do the smaller dyes, so I just stuck with the bigger ones, but it is the same exact thing. How you do the bigger ones is exactly how you do the smaller ones. It's just a smaller dye, that's all. So I just figured I'll stick with what I can do, and now some of this is going to look a little funny because I'm doing it. So let's just jump into it. I cut out these colors. Let me just show you real quick too. So for the round die, for the big one and the small one, you get this, which cuts out this piece. Sorry. Right here. Okay. And then you get a piece, or this die, that is in the middle. When you get it, you have to detach it when it comes, but then you get this piece, and what this piece does is it cuts out the swirl part of the inside of the candy, but it doesn't cut out a circle. So let me show you. It cuts into the paper, which is pretty cool. I just didn't expect it, so I'm just letting you know that when you cut it, you put it down like, oh my Lord, like so. You run it through your die machine and it cuts out just literally just these parts so that you can glue it onto your project. So super cool, I think, anyway. Just wanted to show you that. And then also, before we get right into the gluing of everything, this is the foam that I use. It is pretty thick and it stays thick. As you can see, these are the pieces that I cut out. They don't like get crushed or anything in your machine. And that is, again, how it cuts out. So this I get at Hobby Lobby. I love it. It's like, it's a big sheet that you get. It's like $1 and change for a big one. But guys, I tell you, I cut it up and it lasts me a little bit. As long as you're not using it like every day, throughout the day, and thousands of pieces, it will last you a little while. So I just love it because you don't have to cut out 1,010,000 die cuts. You can. It's just, I don't know, to me, I just think this is a lot better. So that's how thick that is. You can do 2 pieces if you want. Like if you wanted it like super thick, you can glue 2 together. But I mean, that's thick. I mean, I've done it before, I will be honest, but for these, I think it's enough for me, just to do the one. So let's do the glue on for the middle pieces. Now this is where you're probably going to laugh at me because of my hands and my nails. I will be honest, my nails have a big part to do with this, the way I hold things. And let me just get rid of this over here. And I picked out what I'm going to use for the insides. So let's just do this because we're going to be here all day. All right, so I use, again, glitter glue. So I'm going to shake it and then take my little pinny thing out. And then I am just going to... Now, this is kind of tricky because you kind of have to glue it on so that it'll, like, it sits right. So this is how I'm so dingy-dongy. So this is how I'm going to attempt... And I do mean attempt to do it this way. So I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to put my glue on it. Hopefully this isn't clogged. Oh, yay. It's not. Oh, why? Does that happen to anybody? Why does that get stringy? Oh, it drives me insane. It's probably, I probably screwed it up somehow and messed up the... Is this going to work? No, of course it's not going to work. So then this is how we're going to do it. So, I could go that way. I'm going to put a drop here, a drop here, a drop here. Ah! Oh my God, guys. This is why I am not good at tutorials. Oh, dear Lord. And we'll put a drop here. And then we're just going to glue it that way because otherwise we're going to be here forever and a day. Okay, so we're going to go here, glue it down. Going to take another one, glue it. Doo, 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 doo. And I try to just kind of line them up tip by tip. And again, guys, you don't have to be so, like, anal about this part because, honestly, you're going to see it, but not that well because you're going to have the, whatchamacallit, you're going to have the bling and stuff in it. So, but one tip I will give you, make sure that you don't have glue on the outside that's tacky so that when you do put your beads and stuff in there, it does not get glued to it and then it can't jump around. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, there's some glue sticking out. So I'm just going to take my big fat finger. We're just going to do it this way. Make it a little easier. All right, now we're going to take my big piece here. And again, now this, I would suggest you keep it towards the outside, not the inside, because you, again, you don't want to get, sorry, you don't want to get that glue on the inside, so that, you know what I'm trying to say? All right, so then you just, I just take this, put it down, try to center it the best you can. I will be honest, the ones that I showed you in that video, oh my God, guys, they are so off-centered, it's not even right, but thank God it wasn't too noticeable in the video. But I don't know if I can send those out. I'm going to have to probably redo, sorry, I don't even know if I'm in frame. I hope to God you guys can see this. And I am using way too much glue. I don't know why I get so glue happy, but I do. It's an issue. And then I just glue this on top of this one. Oh, I screwed that up. Wait a minute. Don't do that. See? See? This is why you don't listen to me. And this is why I don't do tutorials. All right, hold on, guys. So, now this is the part. You know what? We're just going to wait. So what I do here while they're drying, just to give a little bit of weight, and of course now I'm going to stick this to my thing because there's glue on it. But that's all right. I can wipe it off. All right, I'm just going to put my stamp thing on it, and we're going to do this one. So let's, now there's nothing to go on the inside of this one except for just gluing this on. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to take my little tweezer so I can hold it. Again, trying to keep the glue towards either the middle or the outside edge, not the inner edge, just to make it a little easier so that you don't, you know, place it on your piece of candy. And then again, you can just kind of size it up. You know what I mean? And then you can take another, and I apologize, this one, I have my, okay, so I don't have a backing for these, so my brilliant brain came up with the idea of just taping it. So I have this big scenery taped, and then you flip it over, and then I have this really pretty flower tape so that when I want to stamp, I can just, whatever. Anyway, so I'm just going to use that to weight that down. We're going to go ahead and glue these. So again, guys, it's just basically gluing it down. I mean, there's nothing. Oh, now look at this. So see how, I guess when it cut, it didn't cut fully. So I'm just going to take my scissor and make sure that I cut that white away so that you don't see it. And then boom, boom, done. All right. Let's get that out of there. Let's glue this. So again, keeping to the outside, or trying to anyway, or the middle. And we're just gonna, oh, see again, guys, I forgot to do the darn, I don't know what my problem is. I don't know if I'm nervous. This is so strange. I'm not used to being nervous. I'm just so afraid to screw up a tutorial, you know? I don't know why. I guess because I don't do them. I don't really know. It's kind of strange. I'm not even going to attempt to do what I did before. I mean, it's actually a very good idea. But we're just going to go like this. Only because the colors that I'm also putting down on here are a little darker too. So, I don't think it's really going to matter if it's not perfect. You know what I mean? So trying to use not so much glue. And again, because this is glitter paper, sometimes it can be hard to stick. So you really got to give it a little bit to get it to adhere to the glitter paper. So you might have to hold it for a few minutes. You might have to, you know, keep sticking it down if it keeps popping up. I did have that problem the very first time I did it when I showed you that first video, like right here. See how it keeps popping up? So you just keep plopping it down. And another thing too is when you put the weight thing on it to help weight it, that should help. But maybe not, because you're not putting it directly on it, if you know what I'm saying. So let's just glue this. And and that's the other reason why I like to use a little bit of more glue than normal, just because, you know, hopefully, see how this one's popping up now too. So we're just going to put that on, and we're going to hold it down for a few minutes. Get away. Yeah, I screwed the whole thing up. But again, it's okay, because it doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to have all that stuff on the inside and you'll see it. I mean, hopefully somebody's not going to be studying it and saying, oh, well, this is off and that's off, but it's not off enough where it would make a huge difference. So I'm going to go ahead, just put a little bit more glue, and then we're going to put this on, and we're going to make sure it's on as best as we can get it. All right. And lined up. And because it's foam too, guys, you can take it and kind of play with it and mold it. Like if you need it to be bent down on one side, and see how I used a little bit too much glue there and it's kind of seeping in. So take your nail, or you can take your tool and just kind of push it away. And then there you go. So now I'm going to take another, wait, and put that one on. And now we'll do this one. And again, this is just literally gluing again, because you're not, yeah, that. And again, try not to be too heavy-handed with this, but don't be too lenient either, that it won't adhere to the glitter, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So we're going to lay this on, and then we're going to line it up the best we can, so that it is somewhat even. And also, you don't have to put your weighted right on top. If you want to turn it over and do it that way, you can. I don't like doing that, only because I don't know if it moves. Like, I can't see it if it's on the opposite side. Does that make sense? So we're going to push that down, and now we're going to load it up. And I'm so sorry, guys. Like I said, I am really stinky at this. Now, here is the big major tip. This is going to blow your minds, because it blew mine. So I bought these a while back. They're self-laminating sheets at the dollar store. You get 5 pieces, guys. Now let me show you what this is and how this is helpful for here. So this is what I use for acetate now. I was going crazy. People were sending me, thank God for them, sending me like their bits and pieces, but sometimes it wasn't big enough or it wasn't enough. I don't know why. I have the hardest time finding acetate anywhere. At Michael's, Joann's, they're really my only 2 stores around here. So when you get it, you open it up and you get 5 pieces that look like this, okay? Now, what I do is, all right, so wait a minute. How the hell do you get this apart? Okay, so you have this piece, right? And then this piece on the side of the card is the sticky part. I rip this off like that. Here's your acetate, guys. And this is how I did it for the candy. So I ran the dies through, and how I'm going to use this, okay, is I'm just cutting off right here. I'm just cutting off the tails of the candy so that my acetate will fit. But oh my God, guys, and then look, because I used 1 sheet and I got 3 out of the 1. So I did 1, 2, 3. And then I had to do 1 more. So now I still have all of this acetate left for when I want to do another shaker. And shakers aren't normally, you know, normally huge and that big. So these last me so long. I've been dying to show you guys this. I just think it is the coolest thing in the world. And then you can save this and use it for something else if you want. But I just thought you get basically 5 sheets of this size for $1. For $1, and then you can make as many shakers as you possibly can with the 5 sheets. So if you have a Dollar Tree or a dollar store that sells Jot, I'm telling you guys, go run and pick up what you can. I am fortunate because for the most part, when I go in, they usually have it, and anytime I go in, I try to pick up at least 1 pack so that, you know, I'll have it. But again, I mean, if I'm doing a huge project, then obviously this isn't going to work. But for these kinds of projects, I think it's perfect. So again, this is what it looks like. It's self-laminating sheets. I'm sure you guys might even already have them. And I'm sure most of you already know this tip or hack or whatever you want to call it. I just love it. I think it's perfect, and I swear by it. So that's what I use. They're wonderful. They're strong. So again, for this, all I do is I run the die through, and then we're going to cut off the tails. So I did this one. Sorry, they're hard to see because they're see-through. Now we're going to do the circle one. And again, just cutting off the tail so that it'll fit. And then I'll show you when we get to there. We're going to be there in just a minute. I just want to cut all these off first. So we're going to cut that one off. And then this one off. And you see how they have like these little pieces from being cut? Just wipe them away. That's all you have to do. That's it. Just make sure that they're all wiped off. They're all gone. You could take your fingernail and kind of go around like that. Make sure all the pieces are gone. For both the circle and this part. And then just pull it away. And then we need this one. And yeah, see how bad that one is? You see all those? Again, just take it and pull it. Let's cut this off first. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do that. Let me put my scissor down. And then just take your nail and kind of go like this. And then go on this side so all those yuckies don't get in your thing. Now, I wanted to show you these too, because when you cut out the circle and the, I don't know, oblong, save these pieces because you can use them for another project. You don't have to throw them away. I think they're wonderful. Or if you wanted to paper piece and do like, so see how this one obviously is blue. If you want to make the bottom of that one pink, you can just glue that on that. You know what I'm saying? So you can change them up, make them different colors, or just use it on a completely separate project. I'm very big at holding on to my bits as long as it doesn't get too overwhelming at times, I will be honest. But then you just have to use them. That's all, right? So, okay. Whoa. Sorry. Let me throw these away. Put my garbage over here. All right. This is the one that I knew was going to glue onto this, but just take a white bean, clean that right off. Oh, good Lord. I'm sorry this is taking so long, and I'm just, like I said, I am just not good at tutorials. I wish I was, but I'm not. All right, so that's awesome. It just wipes right away. No big deal. I'm going to wipe it on my leg, my pants, so that it's not wet. All right, so let's get this started. Now we're going to do the acetate and the yummies inside. So hopefully this will go well. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is do the acetate part so that that can dry a little bit and it won't be such a fuss when we're ready to do it. So this is the blue. And again, this is really where you have to be careful. Try not to use a lot of glue and try very hard to keep it towards the edge so that it doesn't seep into the center, because then it's a pain in the butt to clean. And then if you want, you can also just kind of go like this so that you don't have like a glob of it and it'll just sit on it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I hope to God you can see. And then I'm just going to put this on like so. And there you go, guys. There's your acetate. And you just kind of press it all the way around. Again, trying to be careful that you don't get glue on the inside part. So you just want to push down here. We're going to leave that up. All right, let's do the next one. Where is it? I can't find any of them. Oh, here it is, duh. All right, now this is the one that I already put glue on like a ding-dong. So again, try to keep it towards the outside. Try not to use too much. And even if you do, again, just use your finger like I just showed you so that you can just kind of smush it out like that. Now, let's put this down. Move that over. And if you can get it right on the edge the first time, you have a pretty good chance of not screwing it up. And I have a piece of hair on that, but that's okay. As soon as my hands dry, I can wipe that off. And if you see, I have already screwed this up because I got a little bit of glue. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to turn it over. I can't do it on that side. I have to do it on the inside. Duh. I don't know what the hell I was just thinking. And I'm just going to try to scratch it off. I mean, it wasn't that big of a screw up, but one that I saw. All right. And then, obviously, before you put them in, you can wipe them down. Make sure it's nice and clear. So there's this one. I'm going to turn that over. Then we just have these ones to do. We can fill up our yummies, and then we have our candies made. Yay! So exciting! So we'll just do this. Oh, right around. That's going to be a lot, so we're just going to smush it in. All right. And I need this. Do I need that? No, that's the outside. All right. So we're going to do it this way. All right. And again, if you see that before you push it down, just pull it off. All right. And then there we go, guys. Now, I got to kind of clean this one up. But you can also take a wipe too, and I'll show you that as soon as this dries a little bit so that I don't screw it up completely. So there's that one. And then we have one more. And we have this one. Oh, I forgot to throw that away. All right. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll get better. The more I do, hopefully the better I'll get. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm in frame. I may have to do this all over again. You know how upset I'll be. But for you guys, I will do it because I couldn't believe quite a few of you actually wanted me to do a tutorial. I was shocked. I really was. I was like, wow, okay. And you guys know I'll do anything I can to make you guys happy. Okay. Wait, that goes that way. And also, when you do this, you're gonna, if you do it the way I'm doing it, you're gonna be like, well, Jenny, this is a little bit bigger. And it is. The acetate does hang out a little bit, like just a tiny bit bigger than the actual die cut. And that's okay, because one, you don't normally see it. You really, like, and even to the recipient, it's not that big of a deal where they might notice it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And even if they did, again, I don't think they would be like, oh my God, this doesn't fit. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if they are, that's okay. When they make theirs can be perfect. But just a heads up, if that's going to bother you or annoy you, then when you cut this out, just go around the edge of it a little bit. I just want to make sure that it fits and that I don't have that problem with the glue seeping in, because as you can see, I have a very heavy hand when it comes to glue and all that stuff. So it was just kind of like just a way to protect myself, if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. Okay, so we're done. Now we're going to fill these up. So I decided that I'm going to use a few of these. I had a spoon and I don't know what I did with it, so we're just going to use my nails. So we're going to put a few hearts in there, a few in here, a few in here, a few more in there. And then, and again, guys, you can always put more in. You can take some out. I think it'd probably be easier to do less than more, but you know, whatever. Oh, they just went flying. Okay. So I'm going to put some of these in here. I was gifted these. These are so stinking pretty. I love them, but I've been hoarding them, and I know that I kind of just need to use them because I'm getting them all over. But don't worry, I will pick up every one of those, believe it or not. All right, so we'll put those down, and we're going to use these. And then I thought for these two, I'd use those bigger ones. So, and these are gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous these are. Oh. They're like a blue purple. I mean, I guess you would see them through there. So I'm going to use them in here and in here. I'm also going to put a few in here. Not many, but just a few, just to kind of show the blue. This is the one great thing about having nails. They're like little pinchers. Don't ask. Just don't ask. You guys know you're dealing with me, so it's whatever. All right, so now we're going to use these because I want to try to get them down the right way. You know what I'm saying? So like they don't flip over. My luck, they're going to flip over. No, I did not check to see if the glue was dry. We're going to pray that, that it works. I think it should. I think it'll be okay. And you don't want to go too crazy and put too much in, but you want to have enough where it's going to shake and be pretty. And yeah, oh, see, like that one just turned over. It's probably going to turn over anyway, but if I can avoid it, I would like to try. Okay, so we'll put that. I love this picker, guys. You have no idea. These things are amazing. Like, I think it is the best thing ever invented. Because let's face it, it is not easy picking up bling and little beads and, you know, whatevers. And of course, this is going to drive me insane. No, we're going to leave that one. All right, so let's just do it. Let's, I'm going to add a few more hearts. Okay. Put some there. Put a few more there. A few more here, and a few more there. All right, let's get these babies glued. Now all you do is take it, find the color you're looking for. This is blue. This again is where you need to be super careful as well, because you definitely don't want to have a glue mess on your hands, which I seem to do very well. So as you're patting this down, pat down and like away. You know what I mean? Like down and away. All right, now we're going to just put this on. We are going to try to line it up the best we can. Hopefully we can do that. And then this is where too, you really want to try to weight it down so that it'll dry and you'll be good to go. Okay, so let's make sure we get everything off of this part. And we need the blue one. Here we go. God, I really hope I'm in frame and you guys could see what I'm doing. So again, towards the outside, go all the way around, and then take and smush out. All right. All right, and then we're gonna take, it's crazy. I must be nervous or something because my hands aren't normally shaky like this. Like, I don't know. This is all new to me. It's so nuts. All right, we're gonna press down. And again, we'll use this one for this. Okay, weight that one down. Then we will take this one and glue. Oh, okay. So see how I'm wiping this? I'm actually going to do it on my pants, but I wanted to show you on my shirt because it's just very linty and looks a little dirty. So hopefully it's clean now, or cleaner. I just don't want this to be 52 hours. So when I'm doing this by myself, I guess I'm just a slow crafter. I don't know. I try. It is what it is. I am what I am. And again, before you glue it down, try to get any of those little ickies out. Now, like this one, I'm having a really tough time with. Where's my scissor? So I'm going to take my scissor and I'm just going to try, there we go, to cut it off. And then I'm going to put it on. Shoot. Okay. And then again, oh no, try to line it up. I'm going to put that one on here. And also too, if you wanted to, you could take a marker or a gel pen and color where the white foam is if you didn't want the foam to be white, like if you didn't want that white to stick out or stand out. And also at Hobby Lobby, just so you know, they have white and black foam that thick. I've never seen it in any other colors than white and black, and sometimes it's really hard to get because they run out of it quickly. So yeah, I would definitely suggest, if you want like a thicker, good foam that won't shrink on you and, get destroyed or shrink and then not come back to its normal size, I would definitely say go to Hobby Lobby. And again, you get like a massively huge sheet for $1 something. And when I go, I try to pick up 2 of each, like 2 white and 2 black, and they honestly last me for months. Not that I do a ton of shakers, but I try, and I think it would, if I did a shaker every day, even like a few of these every day, it would really last me a long time. All right, so you see how this is sliding around and making me crazy? That's okay. Just get it to the best you can. Put your weight on it, ladies and gents, and boom, you're done. Now you just wait for it to dry. You clean up your mess if you want to. You don't have to. Excuse me. And you have candy shakers. Super cool, right? Super cute, I think, anyway. So yeah, so I hope you guys were okay with this video. Like I said, I am working on it. I am trying. I will get better. I don't know what my issues are. Like, I don't know why I'm having such a problem. It's just crazy. So now again, to the other ones that I made, I have like, I did a couple that have something on the sides. This one I did like the pieces that I had cut out from the die cuts. You can do anything you want. You can leave them just the way that they are. It's your stuff. You do whatever makes you happy. Yeah, so just give it like another minute or so, and then I will take the first one out and we'll shake it and see how we did. Okay, But that is how I do it. That is what I do. That's how I do them, and I love them, and I have so much fun. So these aren't totally dry yet. But yeah, look. Yay! Like, this one is glued to the side now. But it's okay. You live and you learn, you know. Now, I will probably definitely put something over here. To me, it's just too blue. But I don't know. Or maybe I'll leave it. I'm not sure. Leave me a comment and let me know, A, what you guys thought of the tutorial. If, again, this is... I know a couple of you actually went out and bought... Well, not went out, but you ordered the die. So let me know if this tutorial will be helpful to you guys. If you already have the die, is it helpful? And... let me know how you would decorate yours. I would love to know that. Like, what would you do on the side? Would you do ribbon? Would you leave it alone? Let me know. All right, guys, I love you. I'm so sorry this was so long. Just bear with me. I promise to try to get better. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.